Hey guys, I'm back again. This time with what's hopefully going to be a quick review. On this case, is going to be of the Griffon Industries iPad Mini GI Cube. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm just gonna try to get through the basic stuff about this item very quickly, and I'll tell you about the constructions and what's this intended for, and after that I will just tell you my opinion about it. Now, first of all, I made this review because I've not seen much YouTube coverage of Griffon Industries and the stuff that they make. Granted, they don't make a large quantity of products. They do make a lot of products, but not. I don't find them to be as popular as some of the other bigger names out there, like the Maxpeditions of the world. But right off the bat, I can tell you I really like this iPad case. It's very well constructed, and I think I wanted to bring attention to it a little more because I think a lot of you guys will like it. Anyways, first of all, it is constructed with ballistic nylon. As you can tell, it's a really high density nylon. This is higher density and I think it's stronger than 1000 denier Cordura, but they do use 1000 denier Cordura in the front pocket right here. I don't know if you can tell the difference between this fabric and this fabric, but they use the 1000D, I assume, because it's more flexible here in the front pocket. Besides that, they used your usual mil-spec webbing, or hook and loop, or whatever you want to call it. They use the mil-spec, webbing or tape right here. I am assuming here that they also use the high-density threads. They're the same that is used in a lot of the mil-spec kind of items out there. Pretty strong thread. And on the inside of the pad, they actually use this very soft, how do you call it? It's a very soft to the touch material that it actually does a really good job of partially cleaning your iPad every time you put it in and out of here. And it's very comfortable to the touch. And they also put a nice leather tab here at the bottom with the logo of the company, which I really like this personal touch. Something I really like about it too is that they don't put the name of the company. They just put the logo. Personally, I think that's more than enough. I don't really need to see the name of the company every single time because I will remember who I bought this from. Trust me. Now, if we move on to the features of this iPad case, it's pretty minimal. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Velcro closure tab. This holds the main lid pretty securely. I have my iPad mini right here, and it fits perfectly, obviously, with a little bit of room to spare. Easy holds it securely in there. This Velcro is really strong. It's the same kind of Velcro they use in all the military type of equipment out there, and it does a really good job of holding the lid closed. Like the iPad won't go anywhere, and I like that. I also like that it's pretty simple. It's just close and open. No need to overcomplicate yourself with zippers here to keep the iPad secure. And like I said, this material is really soft, so it kind of does a good job of cleaning the iPad as it goes in and out of the case. Sometimes if I don't want to put my iPad on a hard surface, I'll just put it here because I feel comfortable that this is soft enough that it won't scratch the iPad. Obviously this part of the hook and loop, it is pretty rough. I don't know if it will scratch the metal body of the iPad mini, but just try to be safe. So I try to just make sure that when I put down the iPad, it's not touching this. Anyways, now on to I guess I can mention the things that I do like about it. Oh, I forgot. There's a front pocket right here. Let's see if you can see here. I have some items in there. I have my I have a pair of headphones and a charging cable in here. And I have the SIM card little pin for my iPad in there as well. Pretty spacious pocket. Griffon Industries says that you can put a subcompact firearm in here, like a small pistol. I've not tried that because I don't have a subcompact pistol. All of my pistols are full size, so I didn't even bother trying to fit in there because I know it won't. But besides that, like, that's it. They give you this little loop right here for you to supposedly pull it, but honestly, I rarely ever use this. And they give you another loop right here for you to attach something. I'm sure you can think of a lot of stuff to attach in there. You can always put a knife if you want to, I guess. I mean, it will stay put. But I don't think this is ideal. Probably you might want to put like a little light or like a couple of pens perhaps. And besides that, obviously they put the Velcro patch right here, so you can put whatever patches you want. It might help you to identify if you're part of a group and there's multiple of you that have the same case. It will help you identify which one is yours. At the moment I have my Prometheus Design Works glow in the dark patch right here, my reflective patch. But yeah, now on to the things that I like about this case. Well, first of all, what I like the most about it is its simplicity. It's clean. Like, there's nothing that you don't really need. And there's nothing that you don't... There's no excess of materials. Like, it's a simple construction. I don't know if you can tell, but this is just one single long piece of fabric that goes all the way to the front. And then they've just stitched it here on the sides. And it does exactly what it's intended to do. The soft fabric on the inside, the same thing. It's just kind of like sandwiched in between. And again, they even give you a little bit of a curve down here, so your iPad is a little bit easier to retrieve. The other things that I think I mentioned earlier that I really like about it is that they don't put logos or they don't put names on the case. They just put the logo. And I really appreciate it because there's a lot of equipment that I have. Let me show you. Like from Maxpedition. Maxpedition puts their logo on everything. On everything they do. And that's fine. Obviously you want to advertise for them, but I don't want to advertise for them. I don't want to walk around with like 20 tags of this. If I have a backpack and a bunch of pouches from Maxpedition, I'm going to have as many tags with their name on it. And personally I don't like that, particularly because I don't really like the logo that much. I find it extremely boring. It's just one name tag. I prefer this type of logo. Simple, clean, not overly complicated. It's a nice graphic, and it's done in this nice leather tab, which I feel is a little more classier, a lot more classier than this. Other companies that do that as well is Arc'teryx, and I find what they do also Tab Gear, Triple Lot Design. I find that their logo is much nicer to see. It's not overly offensive. It's not going to be in your face about it. But that's just a personal comment because I think most people don't really care, but I prefer that. Besides that, I think that the Velcro patch is nice. I didn't think I would want it, but after I started using it and putting my own patches, I find it, it can be a little fun to match the patches. I mentioned in the videos before that I don't really like having a ton of Velcro on pouches, just because I don't like putting patches on things. Another big thing for me that I really appreciate is the fact that there's no molly webbing, that there's nothing here in the back, because this is not intended to be attached to the outside of anything. I specifically bought this with the purpose of just throwing it in a bag and not having to worry about it. So having a clean bag like that, it means, for one, that the pouch is it's not as thick. Two, it's less clutter, and this surface is much more smooth when coming in and out of a backpack or a bag. Oh, I forgot to mention, the pouch has insulated foam or like nice padding on basically anything that's going to be around your iPad. It's protected by foam, including this. Okay, I don't know if you can really are able to tell, but there's foam in here. There's also foam in the front lid, but there's no foam in this pouch. This is just fabric. Makes sense because this is intended to just be to carry the accessories part, I assume. But yeah, but the iPad is really well protected. Plus, additionally, the construction of the pouch, this extra amount of fabric that they add on the side, does a good job of protecting the iPad when falling on its side, because the fabric right here will take most of the blunt force of the fall. Yeah, and also the bottom here is nicely padded. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about things that I like. Now, there are some things that I did notice that I don't like. You may have seen this floating around. It's a nice little thread. It's not a big deal, but I left it there just to see if it will come undone. It didn't. It's just a minor thing. It's like, I find no matter how high-end your backpacks or your bags or your jackets tend to be, this is going to happen sooner or later. It's just a minor thing. I'm probably gonna cut it after I'm done with this video. Now, I also noticed that, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a little crooked. Not a big deal. It's just something that I noticed. A little bit of quality control issues. You might not be able to tell because my camera is causing some distortion. I think I got it straight there. But you can see how this is slanted. And as far as this pouch, this accessory pocket right here, I appreciate the simplicity of Velcro here. And how this is just not overly complicated. But I do wish there was a little zipper that will keep this closed. Small, maybe a number 5 YKK zipper that will do the trick. Just because I'm always afraid that these little side holes that are not stopped by the Velcro, the cables might slip out, or if I'm carrying a tiny little micro USB card or a USB stick, it might fall off. Or even more so that, like, if I'm in the field, if I'm out backpacking or camping, dirt can get in here. But anyways, besides that, this is a great iPad case. It's one of the best ones that I've seen out there, not only as a tactical iPad case, but as an iPad case in general. Especially for the iPad mini. They also make one for the regular size iPad. I don't have that iPad. I prefer the iPad mini, but I'm sure it's just as well built. And as usual, these guys make their stuff in the USA. Griffon Industries. There it is. I guess let's see this way. Made in the USA. Good quality. This retails for about, how much was it? Trying to find the price. Retails for $70, which I will argue it is expensive, especially for a case. You can find iPad cases for as low as $5. Obviously, that would be a really crappy one, but you can also find really good quality ones for around $30. But those are most likely going to be made overseas, and they're not going to include as nice features or as good quality material as this case has. So for $70, I do think it's a little bit pricey. But if you're going to be protecting a $500 or $400 investment, such as your iPad, especially because I have the cellular data iPad mini, so I can use this when I'm anywhere I go, anywhere I can get a cell phone signal, I can use it. If I'm going to be protecting that, $70 does not seem like such a big investment. So I highly recommend this pad, and it does come in other colors, not just black. Black is the one that I like the most. It comes with I think like a wolf gray, and it comes with black with camo here at the bottom, either in multicam or woodland. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this, I guess. Highly recommend the product. You guys should check it out if you get a chance. In Griffon Industries, I will most likely be buying more stuff from you guys because you do make a couple of stuff that I like. But anyways, if you guys have any questions in the comments, don't forget to always ask me. I am always very quick to reply to my comment section. And anyways, have a good day, guys.